guys, it's Dalya, and today I'm going to teach you how to make the most amazing 8 desserts in one pan using my favorite Sweet Loren's chocolate chunk cookies. And they are gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, non-GMO, so you won't feel bad eating them. I hope you're all having a great start to your new year. This is actually the first video that I'm filming in 2018 here. I traveled a lot, I was in New York, Israel, so now I'm finally back baking a ton, and I am so excited to share this insanely delicious dessert with you guys. You are going to fall in love with it, and there are 8 different desserts to choose from, so there's something for everyone there. And I'm so excited that Sweet Loren's is actually sponsoring this video. They make the best gluten-free cookies on earth. I've been eating them for months now, and they have changed my life. So if you haven't bought them already, go buy them. I'll leave the link down below. For all those dieters out there who are like, I can't eat fat, I can't eat carbs, I can't eat anything except salad and protein, slow down a little bit. I know what it's like. I eat very healthy all the time, but you know what? You've got to treat yourself sometimes. So basically every week, I treat myself to these cookies a few times a week. Maybe it's a little bit more than I should be, but I'm telling you, treat yourself a little bit. Try these cookies out because you totally deserve this, and they are healthy. They're not low carb, but they are made with natural ingredients, which to me is key. I try to cook with all natural ingredients because it does make a big difference in your health. Try them out, treat yourself, and if you make them, totally post a picture on Instagram and use the hashtag #YouDeserveThis because you totally do, and then I'll be able to see your creations and see what you've made. So now let's get baking. I'm going to be starting preparing a few batters for this dessert before we assemble it. So first off is the bread pudding. Into a medium-sized bowl, I'm going to combine almond milk, maple syrup, an egg, vanilla extract, cinnamon, and melted butter. Now give this a good whisk just until everything is combined. Then we're gonna break some gluten-free bread into this mixture. You can also use gluten-free bagels, whichever one you prefer. And I'm using cinnamon raisin bread today because I think it adds so much flavor. Then cover and refrigerate this bowl until all the other batters are made, which will be about 1 hour. Now we're making one of my favorite desserts ever, my grandmother's marble cake, which I revamped into a gluten-free, healthier version. So into a medium bowl, I'm going to add some sugar, baking powder, gluten-free flour, an egg, some grapeseed oil, and vanilla extract. And then just whisk all of this together. Next, scoop 2 tablespoons of the vanilla batter into another bowl. And to the smaller bowl, I'm adding some chocolate syrup. And I bought all natural chocolate syrup that's much healthier than many of the other processed brands out there. And just mix this together. And then let's just set this aside on the counter and move on to the next dessert. Next, we're making some phenomenal non-dairy cheesecake. So into a medium bowl, we're going to add some vegan cream cheese and sugar. Then we're gonna beat this on medium speed for 5 minutes. Next, I'm adding in half of an egg, 1 egg yolk, vanilla extract, lemon juice, and a pinch of salt. Then give this a good mix. And lastly, add in some coconut cream. And then give this a quick mix. The batter is all ready, and later we're gonna pour it over some Sweet Loren's chocolate chunk cookies to make the best ever chocolate chip cookie dough cheesecake. Next, I'm going to make the oat crust for my apple pie bars and raspberry bars, and they are insanely delicious. So I have here some gluten-free flour, baking powder, you know what, I'm hungry, I need a cookie, brown sugar, gluten-free rolled oats, and a sprinkle of salt. Mix it all together. And lastly, add some room temperature coconut oil. Then set aside. Guys, don't worry, we are almost done with the prep for this dessert, and I know it's a little bit tedious, but it is so worth it. But of course, if you don't have time to make the full-on 8 desserts in one pan, just totally pick up a package of Sweet Loren's cookies, bake them. They take about 15 to 17 minutes to bake. They are place and bake, and they are fantastic. You're going to love them. So let's get back to this. We are making the crumble for the apple pie bars and the raspberry bars. So to a bowl, I'm going to add some gluten-free flour, sugar, cinnamon, and melted vegan butter. And then just mix this all together. It's time to make the apple filling for the apple crumble bar. So I have one apple that I peeled, and I'm going to chop it into really, really small pieces. Then I'm going to add some cinnamon, brown sugar, and arrowroot starch, but you could also use cornstarch instead. And then we're just going to give this a good mix. So the apples are all done. Wasn't that so quick and easy? I'm going to set it aside. And now we are on to the last recipe. I'm going to make some brownies now. They're going to be turned into chocolate peanut butter cup brownies at the end. So into a small bowl, I'm going to add some chopped chocolate, then add some vegan butter. I'm going to pop this in the microwave and microwave it for 30-second intervals until it is completely melted. And now it's time to make the brownie batter. I'm going to add half of an egg, some sugar, and pure vanilla extract, and give this a good mix together. Then quickly mix the chocolate in. Add the dry ingredients starting with some gluten-free flour, almond flour, baking powder, and chocolate chips. And then just mix this together. All the batters are made, so now it's going to come together very quickly, and then you can bake it and enjoy it. Then spray the pan with some cooking spray and place the paper upside down onto the pan so that the pencil marks are facing down. You don't want them to be touching the food. A few things you need to know before we begin assembling. You need some gluten-free graham crackers and then some Sweet Loren's cookies. You'll need about a whole package. So section number 1 is going to be just our plain Sweet Loren chocolate chip cookies because they really are so delicious on their own, so I wanted to give them their own spot in here. Smush 6 cookies into the first section. Number 2 is the s'mores chocolate chip bar. Next comes the marble cake. So add the vanilla batter, then drizzle over the chocolate batter. Then take a knife or a chopstick and swirl both the vanilla and chocolate together. You may need to cut some graham crackers to fit in the pan, and it really helps if you saw through the graham cracker so that it doesn't break. Next comes the brownie batter. It's time for some apple crumble. So take half of the oat crust mixture and place it into the rectangle. Then pack it down. Add the chopped apples over the top. Then half of the crumble mixture and squeeze it into chunks. Spread out the oat crust for the raspberry bars. Add some raspberry jam. Sprinkle on the crumble, but make sure that you can see the raspberry through it so that it looks really pretty and bright and the raspberry jam is exposed. It's time for the cookie dough cheesecake. So I have here 3 Sweet Loren's cookies and I'm going to spread them out in this area. Then add in the cheesecake filling. And then pour in the bread pudding. To the cheesecake, I'm going to add little bits of the Sweet Loren's gluten-free chocolate chunk cookie dough. To the brownie, I'm adding some peanut butter cups. I'm going to bake this in a 300-degree oven for 50 minutes. Then I'm going to take it out, add some marshmallows to the s'mores bar, bake it again for another 20 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. While the dessert is baking, I just want to pop in and tell you about the other Sweet Loren's cookies that they sell that are not gluten-free because they have the gluten-free chocolate chunk cookies, which are amazing, but they also have 3 other versions that aren't gluten-free. So if you're not gluten-free, you totally have them. So they have the regular chocolate chunk cookie, so it's the same as the gluten-free, just a non-gluten-free version. Then there's oatmeal cranberry. And then there's also a chocolate peanut butter, which I couldn't find in my store, but I know they sell them at many stores around the US. I had my family test them out because I wasn't able to eat them, and they absolutely love them. These are great options if you're not gluten-free. And now I'm gonna go, and I'll see you soon when the dessert is ready. Oh my God, this dessert looks amazing. Like, it's insane. There's 8 of them in one, which I love. You could have a little bit of each, but I still have to stick it in the fridge for about 2-3 hours so that everything firms up, and then you could eat everything cold or at room temperature, however you like it. Also, here's a little inspo if you want to take your dessert up a notch and just make it look even more exciting. So head to my website, it's rainingflour.com for the full recipe. Head to sweetlorens.com and I'll leave the link down below to their website to check out everything about their brand, where they're sold, what they sell, all of that. And also follow Sweet Loren's on Instagram because they have an awesome Instagram feed. So thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you like this video, and I will see you next week. Bye.